Hey, what's up, everybody? Thought I'd take a minute to review the Chevy Bolt. Some of you guys know my car's on the fritz, and so I got to keep moving and making money. So I just keep renting cars, and essentially just have to pass the cost off. But I end up with a Chevy Bolt this last time. Usually I get a Kia Soul because they're cheap. They get good gas mileage. I can fit my saws and my saw stand in there, and no big deal. And I've never had a problem with them. This time they're like, "Hey, uh, it'll have to be an EV. Is that okay?" And I was actually really curious. I was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, let's do an EV." And so they gave me a Chevy Bolt, and they're like, "Yeah, everybody loves them and such." And so I thought, since I've never had my hands on an EV, except for the Tesla, which I forgot to do a review on that because I was in California having a great time. Uh, I thought I'd do a review on it and tell you some because I've had this thing for about a week now, and so I thought I'd just kind of go over some of the things that I'm noticing on it. Number one, I'm going to go over is the build quality. Uh, the build quality on this car seems exceptionally well. Like I said, I've only had it for a week, but I haven't had any problems with it at all. And sorry, I had to move a air conditioner vent. I'm actually charging right now, and we're going to get to that too. But the build quality, the feel of the interior, the quality of the materials in the interior, it feels like a luxury car. At least what I would call a luxury car, because I'm poor. But that so driving around in it, it's been a lot more luxurious than a Kia Soul for sure. Uh, it has heated and air conditioned seats in the front. Let me tell you what, it was 120 real feel temperature yesterday. I'm in the Ozarks, and the AC kept up just fine. The air conditioned seats were a lifesaver. I work construction, so I would get done with the day, I would dust off, come in here and sit down, or even during a smoke break, or not a smoke break, but just taking a breather. I would come in here and just sit, and it would cool me off really well, really quick. That was awesome. The air conditioning in general on this thing is actually really awesome. I took my kids for a ride in it. They rode in the back. Apparently, there's an air conditioner back there. Doesn't have individual controls, but they said it was perfect back there. As far as like controls and everything, there's a few things I haven't figured out yet. A couple knobs on the button. You've got all your steering wheel controls and all that good stuff. One thing I do like about it is you can adjust how far, like if you've got cruise control, you can adjust how far away from the previous vehicle it will maintain. So if somebody does, if somebody slows down and you've got cruise control set, your car, the Bolt will go ahead and recognize that and maintain a safe distance behind them. You can even adjust that. That's kind of cool. Um, that's one of the cool things. It's got, all the steering wheel controls to mess with the radio, cruise control, and even talk to the car. Haven't even really used that too much. Um, it does have 1 foot drive. Now, I did notice this during the 1 foot drive because I had a buddy follow me because I was curious about something. It does not apply the brake light until you're almost at a complete stop. So I wouldn't recommend it for city driving simply because the brake light issue. Uh, if I had a complaint, I would say that's one of the things I would really like for them to fix is that I want that brake light to come on when I let my foot off the gas during the 1 foot, one pedal driving. The regenerative braking is awesome. You can clearly see it on the dash when you hit the brakes. You can see it, getting, charging itself. I've been here about I've actually been at the charging station. I hit the charger and then I just started the video. So probably been about 7 or 8 minutes that I've been charging. I'm already at 40 miles. That's actually not bad. I'm charging at 52 kilowatts right now on a level 3 charger at a Come and Go. I can see the screen so far. I've spent about $3.50. Because I live in the Ozarks, they don't have a very big charging network out here, and the ones they do have, they tax you for. Like, not only are they marking up the electricity, but I got to pay a connection fee, and if it goes over a certain amount of time that I'm here, they start charging me for time too. So, it's still not perfect. It's not as convenient as the Tesla. When I had the Tesla out in LA, we just drove up to a supercharger, and when I got my bill for that, I drove 1,110 miles for $73 total. That's all it cost me. So that was good, and that was in California, not even paying attention, to electricity prices, because I was on vacation. I just didn't care, and it's cheaper than gas. As far as like acceleration, yeah, it's an EV, so it does have great acceleration. The braking's good. It does not have the acceleration of the Tesla Model 3. And I think I'm gonna go up to Kansas City pretty soon, and we're gonna rent one of those and do a review on that, because I've already had one of those for a week. So I think you guys need to see that, because it's pretty awesome. I said climate control. I haven't used the defrosters or anything like that yet. The transmission, I guess you'd call the transmission, is all push button. That took a little bit to get used to. One of the things I do like is it has a thing on the infotainment center. It shows you the impacts of what's affecting your efficiency. So I've been gunning this thing because it's fun, and it still says, due to my driving technique, I've added 26.8 miles since my last charge of anticipated usage. However, the climate has taken away 39.4 miles because I've been running the AC like crazy, because it's 100 and fuck you out here. And the outside temperatures added 10 miles. Terrain, pretty flat, only took away 3.8 miles. But you get to see these impacts of what's using your electricity, and that is cool. I didn't find that on the Tesla, so that is something pretty unique and cool. It's got Apple CarPlay, which I've got an iPhone, so that's kind of important to me, having an Apple CarPlay. It's pretty, there's no blind spots. It's got the little warnings that light up in your mirrors, like if somebody's in your blind spot. That's handy. And like I said, the build quality, I'm pretty impressed with it. I'm not a Chevrolet fan. I'm really not. It's because I had a Chevrolet a long time ago and it was a piece of crap, and then I had another Chevrolet and it was a piece of crap. Probably because I'm poor, not because Chevy's garbage. And I just end up with garbage vehicles. But all in all, here's what I got to say about the Bolt. Here's my honest take on it. If you live in a city or an area of the country that has a good charging network, and keeping in mind you cannot use the Tesla superchargers, so you can't count those. But if you had a solid level 3 charging, level 1 and 2 is garbage. That's not gonna do anything for you. If you have a solid level 3 charging network in your area, it's a good vehicle. And I think they're retailing for like just south of 38 grand. It's the build quality it's a $38,000 vehicle. Absolutely. I found a used one for $20,000. It's 3 years old with 40,000 miles. I am actually going to go look at it because it is practical. The only other thing I guess I can think of is the cargo room leaves a lot to be desired. There is no front trunk. That's full of motor. And in the back, doesn't, I mean, even when I lean the seats down, I can't fit my saw stand. So I can't fit something that's 6 foot long in here without scooting the passenger seat all the way up and leaning it all the way forward. That's kind of a pain in the butt for my usage. If that was different, you know, if I could fit more stuff in here instead of having to take 2 trips to move my tools, that would help a lot. And so if anyone at Chevy's listening to this, you need to do that, because that's, you know, kind of a deal breaker for somebody like me. I know it's not meant to be a work vehicle, it's a family vehicle, but when I rent them, I put them through everything I can find, so that way, because I am actively looking for a vehicle now. So, yeah, any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section, and I will answer any questions that you have as best as I can. But if you're in the market for an EV, it's a pretty good little EV. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty awesome. Guys, this has been awesome. I'm actually gonna sit here. I'm gonna go into the gas station, grab a burrito and a soda, and I'll come back out here and enjoy the rest of my charge. It looks like I have, hang on a second here. I'm trying to find this here. I found a way, it was telling me how much longer I had. Oh, it's on the screen up there. 33 minutes is what I got left now. So it's actually going faster than it predicted. It was saying 50 minutes initially, and I probably saved about 5 minutes so far. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, guys, I love you. Leave a question, leave a like, a subscribe, share, comment, well, all that good stuff. Keep me in the algorithm. See ya.